I used to hate the damp, musty smell of this room. The floodwaters really did a number on this building. Still, it is nice to have a place to call my own, regardless of the size. Beats living in the crowded barracks with the others. Not that I have anything against any of them. My new family has been more than welcoming. It just feels a little wrong that I get special treatment. I told Molly that I should be with everyone else, but she shut me down. She said that I shouldn't see it as such. Just told me that it was for everyone's protection, not favoritism. I met so many people during my quest for knowledge, most of which I will never see again. Even though I had the best intentions in mind, my quest for answers did cause some casualties. Thing is, I remember the regret. I remember blaming myself for their deaths. The hopelessness I felt. Knowing that there was nothing I could do to help. Knowing that it was my fault. Now, I couldn't care any less. Something in me feels different. There's a darkness in me now that wasn't there before, and I'm not sure I know what to do with it. There have been several times where I lose control and become someone else. I know I'm still me, but what do I do with this darkness? Who do I become now? Molly says I just need to redirect it. But how does one do that exactly? How do I direct these primal urges I'm feeling? I don't believe myself to be an evil person, but is hurting others the only thing that will bring me joy now? Not that that's a bad thing. With the exception of these newer scars, I still look like myself. Well, there are these parts of me that are obviously foreign, and I'm still wondering who they were pulled off of. But everything still works as it should, of course. Physically, I feel great. I just can't seem to remember exactly what happened that night. All I have are bits and pieces. Memory fragments. It must have been a terribly painful experience, judging by the number of new scars. That don't bother me. Not anymore, anyway. These days, I see them as badges of honor. Proof that I have been through the ringer, and with the help of a few new friends, made it through stronger. Molly has been showing me the ropes, teaching me how to best defend myself against our enemies. She has been pushing me to the breaking point, and because of it, I have reached heights I would have never dreamed of. Yes?
It's time.
Okay. Give me a minute.
Okay, I'll be out here when you're ready.
Thanks. Months of waiting and preparation have brought me here. Today is the day. Today, I meet the doctor. Finally. I get what I have been after for over 2 years. I would be lying if I said I wasn't nervous about the whole thing. Well, I better get going. I'm already running slightly behind schedule as it is. Best not to keep him waiting.
In a little over 9 days, Morston, Texas, and its surrounding areas were devastated by 3 Category 5 hurricanes. This anomaly, as meteorologists...
There's just simply no proof of these so-called scarred monsters. Reporting live, I'm...
Matt, it's only getting worse. Where are you? I can't do this alone.
I'll show you what real power is!
You are my prize of the night.
You are an evil one.
You have no idea how devilish I can get.
Evil has reigned unchecked in this city for far too long. I will strike down those who seek to flood this great plain with darkness.
Why? Why have you finally returned now?
For it's all about to begin.
I brought you some food. It's mainly protein. I have some beef jerky. I found proteins help. I'm sure it's better than what you were receiving with all the others you have been housed with. You know, since your conversion.
I don't want it.
Okay, I get that. I know you have no hunger. Trust me. I don't either. But it does help to eat. Other than not wanting food, how are you today?
Today is the same as yesterday. And the day before that. I don't get why I'm here.
All right. Let's put hunger, or the lack of it, and feelings aside. There is something different today.
When I tell these fingers to move, they move. But they're not mine. I'm some patched-together Frankenstein.
It's actually pretty cool if you think about it. I believe you are the first.
Whose body parts are these, anyway?
Let's not kid ourselves. I know, and so do you, that it doesn't matter whose they were. You really don't care, do you?
I feel like I'm supposed to care.
It's okay not to. You should embrace your new life.
You want me to do what? How? That sounds impossible.
It's not impossible. Stop pacing and just pay attention. See?
I do. But I'm different. Okay?
No, you're not. Do it. Reflect your death state now.
No! I can't!
I'm not gonna lie or sugarcoat this shit. It fucking hurts. It does get easier with practice. You've seen me do it. Now it's your turn. You can do this. It's pulsing.
Molly, what are we doing?
What did you think? We were gonna keep you in the basement, hidden away forever? Your only companions, those other new lost souls? No. You're different.
Okay, but I'm still not sure what we're doing.
I thought it was time for you to get out and meet some of the rest of us.
I'm finally going to meet him?
It's not time for that yet. But you better watch out.
What the fuck? Who the hell is this?
A man that's gonna keep you on the ground unless you do it!
Do what?
It, asshole!
Oh, fuck. Okay. Why did they bring me here now if he's not ready for me? I'm not sure what's worse, waiting in that moldy room or in this plastic-lined hallway. I see the door. I should just go right in. No, that would be making a mistake again.
You better be careful. You wouldn't want to damage the wall.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
I'm just messing with you. Look at this place. I don't think a chair putting a little chip in the wall is gonna make a difference. But it does show how nervous you are.
I have been waiting for this moment, and now that it's here, I'm not sure how it'll go. My whole perspective has changed.
You'll be fine.
I have learned so much. I'm ready for this. Hey, you hear that hammering? It's not just in my head, right?
No, it's not in your head. You will see, soon enough.
Yeah, I will let Jimmy and Nancy know. So, are you speaking to all of these workers right now? It's crazy how you can communicate with this many people without saying a single word.
They are not workers. They are proud volunteers. And this is nothing. Doc can communicate with hives of hundreds from over thousands of miles around the globe. I am nothing but a drop in the ocean compared to his powerful mind-sight abilities. But there are other powers that concern him, areas that he can't touch me on. Or you, now.
I'm anxious to see you working in a Victorian-era theater like this in front of an audience once it's completed. I've heard some great stories from Nancy about the early days of Sirenicide. Damn! They just passed that board from one to another and nailed it into that banister without exchanging a single piece of dialogue. It's just amazing. Anyway, he's waiting out there for you. He hasn't seen me yet. Are you sure you want me to be the one that brings him in here? I mean, Molly has been getting along great with him and getting him acclimated to our ways.
No. He needs to see you. And it's best if he does, right before I finally give him what he has been so desperately seeking.
And what is that?
Answers.
Well, that's not vague at all.
These are the answers he has died for. You and I could not even begin to know what that must feel like. He is different than all of us. You must feel that.
I guess. So, like Molly? All those guys just put their tools down and left. Did you tell them to?
I did. He doesn't need to be confused by them. In fact, he was living with a few of them in the beginning, I believe. Hell, you even looked confused enough yourself. Anyway, he is not like them at all. Yes, he is close to Molly, but he is still even more important than her.
Damn, maybe I need to stick around for this too. Now I need answers. No, I get it. Anyone that has seen and been through what he has must have a higher purpose in all of this.
Yes, he does. Dying has allowed him to let go of his past, something I don't think you'll ever learn to do. Maturity has never been your strong suit.
I'm trying.
Is that what you would call George Rogers' death? Trying? I know your power is growing, but you still reflect that misguided anger your father instilled in you as a boy. If you do not get over that pain, it will consume you, destroying everything you've built. Don't let your hatred be your downfall, Eddie. Lena was a mistake. Hopefully, one day, sooner than later, you will understand that that was not real love. Don't let her ghost get you killed.
I'm not my father, okay? And George was a loose end long overdue for his tie-up. But you are wrong about Lena and I. I did love her, just not more than your plan. I fucked up. I should have worked with her more instead of giving in to young, wild desires. We were too powerful for our own wicked minds back then.
That's one way of putting it. But she was never gonna be a part of this. You corrupted her beyond repair. And that's not love.
And what would you know of love, Johnny? Look at what you're building here. That's all you know. The anathema. That's the only thing in that stitched up heart of yours. But don't worry. I will help you cross into that storm. It's all I have to live for now.
I have done things in the name of love on a level you'll never achieve nor understand. Now, let's stop with all of this. And please, put that hammer back down.
Sorry, it's my immaturity. I guess it's the only level I know.
Just go get him.
Yes, sir, boss. Are you sure you just don't want to command me with your mind?
If only you were that weak.
Hey, old friend. How was the hive?
Edward, it's you.
Indeed. But I told you before, it's Eddie. Eddie Vile.
I should have listened to you.
Yeah, well, you didn't. Anyway, the doctor will see you now.
Johnny. Finally.
Hey, remember, I told you not to say his name.
Would you like to sit down for this?
No. I have been sitting out there for a while now. So what are you building in here? I heard hammering earlier.
An operating theater. Well, more of a stage to showcase our talents to our clients.
Oh, I see.
You know who I am?
Yes. The doctor. The man who made me what I am, twice.
You can call me Johnny. And I hope you know it was never my intention to have you on my table twice. The next time we were to meet was to be in a post-anathema world as equals, as comrades.
Yeah, well, Johnny, I fucked that up, didn't I?
No, you didn't. And I'm sorry this happened to you. I really am.
I never stood a chance. I didn't listen.
I assure you that you were not the first of us to go there. The hive is a place that people don't make it out of, but you did. Also, an acolyte's talisman exploding will drain the life out of anything living in its immediate radius. But it didn't hurt you. That night when 447's was triggered. Everything happens for a reason.
The only reason I survived any of the things I went through in my search was because of what you did to me. Sirenicide and its medically induced metal. That is the only reason I live today. And I get that, and I'm grateful for it. I'm ready to do everything Molly has prepared me for. I'm ready to be a part of this.
I believe you. You have endured so much trauma to get to this point in your story. But I didn't give you any more than I have given thousands of people before you. And even here, in your second life, you still have more power than the few resurgent souls I have raised from the dead.
I don't get it.
The augment that flows through this plane doesn't want to let you go. And it was very angry when Doc tried to override what it has planned for you.
And what is that?
I don't know yet, but I'm going to find out, and I'm going to help you get there.
This augment thing, how did you know it was angry with Doc?
Years ago, when I first gave you the luminescence, it rained for weeks. I knew I had triggered it by messing with your soul, but I didn't pay any mind to that, because it has happened before with many others. Usually days, not weeks. Then...
Wait, you think my death triggered these hurricanes, don't you?
Yes, I do. I am like Doc and all of the other fusers in that I am connected with all of my infused souls. So when one of you dies, I feel it. However, when you died, it was a force of pain that I have never bared in all of my years. Then, XYZ hit Morstan right after.
Okay, so where do I go from here?
With me and the rest of Sirenicide as we prepare for the real storm.
The anathema.
Exactly. I'm gonna keep you paired up with Molly as you re-enter the world of the living. You must harvest the crop, and she is one of my best to learn from.
I understand.
Now be honest with me. Is Eddie Vile going to be a problem for you?
No. Who I was is dead, and whatever grudges I had died with that part of me down in that hole. Molly says he is the only other doctor besides you that can create resurgent souls, so I know he is vital to your vision. It will not be a problem.
Okay, that's all I had. Any more questions?
How much freedom is there in Sirenicide? I don't want to be a mindless worker ant like the ones I was with after you put me back together.
I can definitely respect that. It's simple. We have a quota, and as long as you do your part to get us there and don't jeopardize what we're building, well, you can do whatever you want. Also, you keep saying I put you back together and re-gifted your life to you, when in fact, it was a combined effort between Eddie and myself. Keep that in mind next time you see him.
I will. I'm glad I finally have found my purpose, and I look forward to the next mission, and to working with you.
As do I. Now let's see if the world is ready to meet you, Joey Trauma.
All elements of Sirenicide are copyright 2018 by Atrium Dynamics unless otherwise stated. Any duplication of this production without the secured written consent of Atrium Dynamics is strictly prohibited. Please visit Sirenicide.com for more details.